Hi everyone, Scorp here, making a deck profile for Exodia today for Duelist the Roses Redux mod. So this is so Exodia is kind of a problem because it's just a poor win condition. So if you have all four of the limbs face up without getting spellbound in your summoning area, you win the game. Unfortunately, there are just better win conditions that'll happen faster. The goal is to draw through your deck and summon 4 cards, right? But your opponent can literally just play Swords of Revealing Light and you lose. Because then they're just gonna get over to you and kill one of your pieces, and then you have to Mimicat or Monster Reborn them, and then they kill another one, and you just have a really bad day. So Exodia is terrifying to actually try to get off against another person, but the AI has no idea what it's doing, so Exodia is a super good win condition against them, because the AI won't do anything about it. Yeah. So, first up, the Exodia pieces, because we have to put in Exodia. Then we have Fiend's Hand, and we're gonna have a couple other monsters that stop your opponent from, or like just basically destroy your opponent's cards. This is in case you end up facing against something like fairies or rocks or something that have increased resistance to card effects. You can't play traps against them. So this is dealing with that, hopefully a little bit. Fiend Reflection helps you get through your deck quicker. It's a Solomon's Judgment on a unfortunately expensive stick. Maneater Bugs, same thing as Fiend's Hand. You gotta get rid of opponent's cards. Same with Gels of Dark Demise. This thing is great for stops your opponent's card. You can kill him with it. On top of that, once it dies and then this thing dies, you get Crushed Terrain, which is great for you because you can kind of play around Crushed Terrain, and your opponent probably is going to have a harder time with it, although Green Cap and Eye Armor are still going to lethal you over it. Rigorous Lever, or same with Muka and some other cards. So Rigorous Lever, this is for getting through your deck faster. You can also sack it in defense to get more Crush Terrain, which should slow your opponent down a little. So the whole point of all the monsters is basically get through your deck faster or slow your opponent down. Now I put in 3 Mimikats. This deck is pretty expensive, but I wanted a way to revive Exodia pieces if I messed up, or if my opponent decided to charge me and destroy something. So Mimikats are nice. They also let you just copy anything, so you can kind of use them as extra copies of cards. Soul of the Pure for healing. Magical Neutralizing Force Field. This is to deal with the fact that your opponent can just spellbind your cards, and you need to get them unspellbound, so that's what these are for. Also, if your opponent plays a Gorgon's Eye or something, and you want to put your monsters in defense, this kills it, so really good card. Has a bunch of uses and probably is pretty useful. Also, it's not bad discard fodder. Solomon's Lawbook, you just need to get through your deck quickly. And now we're going to go through a bunch of traps that all spellbind opponent cards. All of these spellbind for 3 turns, and then 3 gravity binds. Hopefully this buys you enough time to win. That's the goal of all of those traps. Now, this deck is extremely expensive because it's hard to build an Exodia deck for cheap. So, like, we don't have many options for who we're going to beat up. So, let's try one of the bosses first. This guy is usually annoying. And he plays Royal Decree, so he's a great person to fight against. And Crush Terrain doesn't work against him. So we drew an Exodia piece. I'm actually against this guy because my traps are going to be so useless. I'm going to send a Gravity Bind right down the middle and hopefully grab somebody, spellbind something before he gets a Royal Decree active. Perfect. Now that's right in the way for him, so... I'm just going to get this summoned. You can also Mimicat Solomon's Judgment if you want to. Or Solomon's Lawbook. It would be nice if we had Solomon Judgment. We could just Solomon Judgment the activation of Royal Decree, I believe. I think that's how the interaction works in the base game. I don't know. Wow. That was an unfortunate hand. I want summoning power so that I can discard a whole bunch of cards next turn. Okay, I don't... I actually want to end on this one. Well, I won't be able to play an Exodia piece this turn because I'm out of summoning power. That's really the biggest problem with having to put monsters in this deck, is that it costs summoning power, which you don't want to deal with, but you just have to. Mimicat will be nice, though, because I'm going to use it to grab a Solomon's Judgment, or Solomon's Lawbook. Just have Solomon's Judgment on my mind, huh? And as usual, the AI is not charging me, so... I'll just grab another Solomon's Lawbook and end the duel next turn when I have enough summoning power to do it. Oh, cool. And the AI is too far away to actually do anything, and there's nothing in his deck that stops this, so... Rest in peace, opponent. So this video is going to be a lot of this animation playing out. I do like that they basically made a custom animation for all of the pieces to fall over like that. For all the cards. Unfortunately, Exodia doesn't count as killing all those cards and putting them in the graveyard. So it's really bad for actually farming cards. And it's also really slow for farming wins, so not the most useful win condition in the game. This is not going to be a fair fight because this guy doesn't ever come after you, so... And the Crush Train kind of prevents him from doing that. We can do... Don't tremendous fire me, bro. Good. If you're scared, you could also add into this deck a... you could add in Goblin Fan to prevent people from burning you out. Not usually that scared against the AI of that happening, so... And I have Soul the Pure in the deck. Although, I'm getting rid of it, because I think this duel is going to be over before it matters. I would like to draw an Exodia piece, though. So I'd like to play a single one of them this turn. Wow. That's actually an amazingly bad draw. Top 20 cards? Not a single Exodia piece. Wow. Oh. Well, don't put your cards in defense. Okay, no defense for me. Wow. Well, hopefully we draw. Unless it's the bottom card in my deck, we win. And that should be game. He's gonna play a card, but it's not gonna matter. He can't do 1500 life point damage to me from range. Especially since he's gonna play a monster. So, pretty easy game, honestly. Really, the only thing that slows this deck down is the fact that it kind of has to use monsters just because you're so scared of increased resistance for same type friendlies. When you're playing an Exodia type deck, because then they just kind of win. But I mean, if you're playing against somebody like that you knew, or like you're PvPing against somebody, I mean, they're probably just gonna absolutely wreck you just for playing this deck. But like, if you knew what their lineup was, you could, and they didn't have that, you could just tech this deck to have swords in it and a whole bunch of other spell cards. You might also end up with a deck that's so it's basically would be faster to get through. Because you really want to try to do this in 4 turns. But usually there's just too much stuff in the way for a deck that has this many monsters to do it in 4 turns. I'm going to do Fiend Reflection to try to get through more of my deck. See, I'm running out of summoning power, which is unfortunate. Well, I guess I'm just going to play 1 card face down and pass. We still have 20 cards left in our deck, so... yeah, that's kind of what I expected. We're not going to be able to do it this turn. We should wait until next turn, because I'm out of summoning power, and I have a lot of monsters left in my deck. Not like Yugi's ever going to get to us in time. This Labyrinth terrain really helps us more than him. Hopefully we draw mostly spell and traps here. We have 1 card we can't play in our hand, so... no, we win. It wanted to attack so bad. So if we can learn anything from this, it's that the AI is absolutely horrendous at dealing with Exodia. The AI is actually just horrible with dealing with any strategy that involves you waiting, building up, and then running them over, which is something that if you were playing against another person, you would never get the opportunity to do. Like, the AI lets you go and do whatever strategy you want. Another person is not going to let you do basically any strategy at all. They're going to try to disrupt every single play they can until you lose. I mean, these duels aren't going that slowly. But they're still not super quick. And there's a decent amount of thinking that you have to do. I should have actually gone to the other side. I think I'll just prioritize slowing down Kaiba. Not that it's going to matter, but gravity binds are great for stopping stuff from getting towards you. So we haven't really drawn any of the cards that get us through our deck faster, but we've played a card to stop the Seiryu, and we've also played a single piece, so I think we can probably get this done in 5 turns, maybe 6, probably 6. Well, we get to kind of show off why Rigorous Lever is in this deck. Maybe. We probably won't actually get to. But yeah, that Seiryu's right in his way for actually, well, he had 2 Mirror Forces in his hand? It's virtually impossible for him to actually get over to me in time, so it actually doesn't matter if I discard this Fiend Reflection, but I will anyways. We win next turn regardless. No matter how bricky my hand is, it doesn't matter. I will save one of those just in case. Also, my sound is breaking, so we're gonna have to end this video soon. Hey, it was the bottom card in the deck. We'd love to see that. That was like 6 turns. But nothing he can really do about it, so... Since the AI doesn't charge you, it takes them forever to get over to you. The AI gives you like 10 turns. Usually, so... And if you can't beat the AI in 10 turns, I mean... What kind of deck are you running? You should be able to summon Exodia in like 7 at the worst case with a deck like this. It's just a matter of getting enough summoning power. 7 turns gives you 22 summoning points, so it should be enough. Well, I think that because the sound's about to die in this game, I think that's gonna be about it for today. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a nice day.